In my description here, and the relevance for you in your everyday life, I want to emphasize one point. I'm not telling you or talking to you about how you should think or how you should feel or what you should think or what you should feel. I'm talking about a logic that explains your experience, explains my experience. So I'm not telling you what to do about that. This is not application. This is about description and the implications of that logic and that description. I'm trying to describe how your thought and feeling actually work all the time as a constant. Now let me give you an example to kind of set the stage for this description, this pre-existing logic. You know, we used to think the earth was flat. It looked flat, it still looks flat to me. The world lived in a flat world. We lived on a flat earth for millennia. We didn't know that it was a sphere. It looked flat, and we assumed it was flat. All the models of the world, they all show a flat earth. And because we used to think that way, what people thought about, what they talked about, what they did when the earth was flat was very different than what people thought about and talked about and did when the earth became round. Now, the earth was never flat, but we thought it was. So we had that model, that misunderstanding that we all functioned according to. And once we knew it was round, everything changed, everything. The flat earth was a man-made idea. The round earth was beyond a man-made idea. It was the truth. So things that were logical and important and relevant for a flat earth were not logical and important or relevant for a round one. In the world of the flat earth, there were dangers. The most obvious of which was the edge. If the wind blew, a storm came up, you could be swept over the edge and doomed as a sailor. Sailors navigated with inside of land because they knew that at least the edge wasn't near here. So it crippled navigation and exploration. You had to have lookouts posed 24/7, scanning the horizon for the edge. And you had to have anchors. There was a big anchor business in those days. Huge anchors, and several huge anchors were necessary because as the edge approached, the ship needed to be stabilized immediately. Elsewise, with the force of the edge, it would be easy to sweep the ship and its contents and people over the edge. Now, when the earth was round, or when the earth was discovered to be round, all of that, the lookouts, the anchors, the edge issues, all of those things immediately became irrelevant, unnecessary, uninteresting. There were other things that were relevant and important, and those came into play and came into human behavior.